I just installed this floating vanity and you can do it too. Today, you're gonna learn the tricks to a secure and strong installation. It all starts right here in the cabinet. So I've just cut out our drywall and that was easy. I just cut that out with my blade and I've measured up the distance from the bottom of my floor to where my vanity is going to be mounted, which is here. I made some marks on my studs. So what I'm using today for blocking in behind here is a 2x6. Put this in the wall. And I just doubled up on our backing too, threw in another board, drilled in from the back side, just so that there's extra beef there and behind for the backing. So for a 2x6, you really just want to make sure you have 3 fasteners in each side here. Line it up here. So to make this installation a little stronger, we're going to use a 2x4 at the base of our floating vanity, and that's just going to give us a little extra strength. So what I've done here is just taken a 4-foot level, and I have marked out where the base of my cabinet is going to sit and marked it in pencil once it's level. And then hopefully you will know where your studs are, in which case you can mark out, we have a stud here, I have a stud here. All right, nice and strong. That's gonna help us out big time, yeah? That's good, okay? We're just gonna double check that it's level. And that's looking good. So this is looking good. This is nice and strong and secure. I like that, how that looks. And I've made a little stand with some scrap pieces of wood, and that's just what we're gonna put our vanity on while we do the important work ahead. Okay, beautiful. Yay. Woohoo! So all we did here is we've just put our floating vanity in position, and because it's super heavy, we're using the stand here to support the weight before we install the screws. And we want to double check at this point, super critical, that you are level at the back, you are level at the front, and from side to side on both sides you're level. When it comes to mounting a floating vanity, your screws or the fastener you choose is critical. Take a look at this over here. This is the bracket that is going to attach our vanity to our wall. And this is a construction screw. I am not using this because this is puny, and I suggest you don't either. Vanities are heavy. This is the construction screw, and this is what I'm using right here. This is a structural screw. Take a look at that head. It is round, it is big, and it is designed for maximum holding. It has incredible shear strength, and it will be a lot stronger and better for your floating vanity. Another important consideration is you want to make sure it has that washer head so that it doesn't pull through your vanity, and you want to make sure that your walls are thick enough to accommodate this screw. So my walls are actually 2x4 construction, so this will be good. You could upgrade to a 6-inch screw if you have a 2x6 constructed house. Lucky you. These actually do not need to be pre-drilled. You're not supposed to pre-drill these. Whoa, I could just feel that. That is exactly, did you see it had all that power? It's gonna pull in nice and tight. I don't know if you could see that, but you could definitely feel it. Now that our vanity is installed, it is time to silicone, and I'm using a 100% silicone that is good for quartz, granite, or marble. And I'm gonna follow the frame. This is gonna provide a good adhesion for our countertop to our vanity surface. So I'm just gonna go along the perimeter here, and I'm applying a bead of silicone. And a lot of people say, well, hey, is this enough? Is silicone gonna be enough to hold our countertop down? And it is actually. Okay, because this is a solid surface quartz countertop, Danny's gonna help me out. We're just gonna lift it up. And I'm gonna get finger in the faucet hole. And we wanna just bring it down together, Danny. There we go. There we go.
Good, perfect.
There we are. So we're just gonna let that set up a good 24 hours, and that will be good to go. And the weight of the countertop itself is actually gonna hold down your countertop. Now we are gonna move on to the faucet and really make this vanity pop. We're gonna be installing today is a tall faucet, perfect for a vessel sink. You're gonna find a little rubber gasket on the bottom side of your faucet. That little rubber gasket, you wanna have contact with your countertop. And these are your supply lines, hot and cold. We're just gonna feed it through the opening that we made in our countertop. And we're gonna sit it down like this. So as a DIYer, faucet installation is so much better now because you can use a drill instead of wrenches, and that means you don't have to be super strong to install a faucet. You are gonna need, though, your rubber washer and your metal washer. Remember, your rubber always goes at the top. That is gonna sit flush. If you look under the sink here, you're gonna thread it through the hose. Rubber goes first, metal, and then this is your lock nut. This is gonna hold everything into position for you. Gonna follow that up and push it up, and then I'm just like to start threading this by hand. Always easier to thread by hand. Now it's absolutely critical here. You do not want to crack your countertop. So I'm gonna be using a drill on low speed, low torque. That's your lowest drill setting. So once I have it, like that. So I have my faucet installed, and I'm gonna have my screws on either side of the faucet, left and right. And we're just gonna take our time here and tighten this. So this is why faucet installation is so much better, and it's so DIY friendly nowadays. Okay, so I just want that nice and firm so it does not move, and I'm careful not to crack my countertop. Once you have that secure, absolutely critical, before you get it tight, you wanna make sure that you have no movement on here and it's lined up and it's perfectly straight. So I'm gonna start off with my hot water supply line. I'm actually holding the supply line here so it doesn't get twisted. Sometimes if you don't, this will just turn into a hot mess, and we don't want that. So once that's hand tightened, that feels good. I'm gonna move on to the next one now, our cold. So once you've gotten it to that state, we're gonna use our crescent wrench. We're just gonna get in there, and I'm gonna hold my line again. Just gonna give it a couple turns. Now the thing with supply lines is you don't want to over tighten them. I'm just gonna go in, that looks and feels good. There we go. Okay, so with my supply lines turned on, we're now gonna test that the faucet is working. It's gonna actually sputter to start. There we go. That's actually just cleaning out the lines. You're gonna have, when your supply lines are shut down, they actually can get sediment in them. This is just gonna flush it out. There we go, and that is looking good. Now, when it comes to bathroom renovations, one of the biggest trends we're seeing is lots of vessel sinks, ovals, round sinks, and curves. They're very popular because they add lots of style and interest to your space. So to install it, all you want to do is just invert your sink, which means just flip it upside down carefully, position it onto your countertop. So then we're going to take our silicone, which we already used for our countertop installation, and you're gonna find the outside edge of your sink. So you're just gonna apply a bead around the outside edge of your sink. Now we are doing this just to keep water from going underneath of our sink. So you're gonna go around the entire perimeter of your vessel sink. Once you've done that, you're gonna take a look at your drain line, and you're gonna apply another bead around the inside of your drain line. So you're just gonna apply more silicone around the inside of your vessel sink, get it to there. And now we're gonna line this up. Hopefully you guys have good aim. Just wanna line it up with the whole of your drain. Once you've got it there, we're just gonna push down. At this point, you wanna get yourself a damp cloth and go on the underside and remove any silicone. Gonna wipe around the perimeter, make sure. I don't like to see silicone actually at all in this installation. I don't think it looks nice to see it, so I don't wanna see it at all.
3, 2, 1. Check it out.
Now, if you want to save 67% on your water bill, try installing a dual flush toilet. These make a great DIY project, and best of all, it can save you upwards of $100 a year in water savings. I'm Dayru. I'll see you in the next one.